This part got me so excited. That looks pretty cool, right? Doesn't it? This is my review of the Netflix movie How It Ends. And as you know, my focus is on what we can learn from this movie to benefit our own storytelling. Make sure to subscribe to receive a notification every single Monday as I release a new video. Alright, let's get into it. There's some good points that we can take away from this movie without a doubt. I'll cover those, but when I get to the ending, you will understand why the title of this video speaks to make the ending interesting. My name is Jesper and I'm a Danish best-selling fantasy author. This channel is all about giving you inspiration to master your craft and create fantasy that will truly immerse your audience. What is this movie about then? It sort of hits all the right notes with me. It's apocalyptic. It had the clip I just showed you. Sign me up. The basic premise of it is that a man is trying to get back home to his pregnant wife when some sort of strange event takes all the power and, well, basically drags everything into chaos. It looks like this.
We have unconfirmed reports of a large seismic event off the California coast, with reports of power outages across the United States.
Yes. Still not too bad, right? Pretty interesting. In fact, let's just dive into some of the good stuff here. One of the things we often struggle with as storytellers is how to, well, sort of get the story moving. We might be sitting there pulling our hair out thinking, how the hell do I get these two characters who hate each other into the same car and hit the road together? Yeah, not that easy. You can get a taste of the conflict between the characters in this clip.
Why did you move my daughter away from me?
Moving was Sam's idea. If I'd asked for his blessing last night, he would have said no, so I didn't. I'm getting late. Okay, I gotta go.
Okay, call me when you get to the airport.
What was that?
Will, something's wrong.
Sam.
And hey, as you noticed, I let the recording run a bit longer there because afterwards we get to see some more apocalyptic stuff. That part has nothing to do with what I'm going to explain afterwards here, but hey, I just love some chaos, okay? Alright, rewinding a bit here. So we have a story where we want the two characters who hate each other to go on the road together. What they did in How It Ends just works brilliantly to that end. Since we're talking the father and the daughter's husband here, wait, I suddenly can't remember if they were actually married or not. Well, they're having a child together, so I digress. So the father, and let's just call him the husband, but obviously they share a love for the daughter. So go saving her from all the mayhem that is just about to happen is something that they can at least agree upon. So this unlikely pair sets out together, and that's brilliantly done. Using their shared love for the daughter is an excellent choice. However, not only do we have no idea what has happened in the world and what caused all this destruction, but now we can also look forward to these two being stuck in a car together. Ooh, it's gotta be good. I have to say that this first third of the movie builds the tension and the suspense very, very competently. So well done. The next part of the movie focuses on the journey itself. And once again, I admit they had me engaged. There is a bit too much action in here from time to time, but I acknowledge that this is a matter of personal taste. So they do make this road trip full of dangers, at least they have that going. And we get a cop that is not a cop. Okay, that one has been seen before. And we get a wild storm, and overall just a very nice apocalyptic theme. That was hard to say. They should have spiced it up with some more conflict between the father and the husband, to be honest. They were driving together here and they don't like each other, and we didn't see too much of that. And to me, that's a shame. But all in all, it's a pretty good movie. Not to do any spoilers, so this sounds a bit cryptic, but they made a nice reveal about the boat. It was excellent characterization, and if you can use a past event like that to really show the reader a fundamental part of who this character really is at their core, then you're on the right track. So watch the movie and you'll know what I mean. So far this movie is scoring quite a few positives. At this point, you've probably watched like 80% of the movie. It's sort of like reading an awesome, okay, maybe I'm getting a bit too excited by calling it awesome, but let's just say it's like reading a very good fantasy book then. Now, you just can't wait to see what happens in the end, right? The ending. You know, the irony is that the title of the movie is How It Ends, because that title is also its downfall. If you agree with that and you watched the movie, just drop me a yes down in the comment section below. But speaking of titles, the title of this video was Make an Interesting Ending. And I really wished they had made that. This movie had a lot going for it, just as I've explained up until now, but then you get to the ending. You know, this movie is basically a lesson in how not to do endings. Our lessons here today is that your story's ending need to do the whole piece justice. You need to tie up, if not all the story threads, then at least the most important ones, and leave the reader with a sense of satisfaction. If you can't even do that as storyteller, then what's the whole point? Okay, I'll admit that a good ending is hard to write. It really is. But don't leave me hanging on a big letdown. I'm not sure you can hang on a letdown, but you know what I mean. It's not that everything has to be explained either, but you have to reveal just a little at least. We got absolutely no explanation whatsoever in this movie to what has happened. So it felt as if they ran out of budget or something and never shot the last 30 minutes that should have been there. So imagine reading this fantasy novel again, and at the end you're flipping back and forth through the pages. You're getting mad now. A bad ending can destroy everything that came before it. It's as simple as that. I also have a full fantasy novel which you can download for absolutely free. It's called Desolation, and it's the first installment in the Keystone trilogy. It's got magic, demons, dragons, and everything you would expect to find in a tale of epic fantasy. Go ahead and download your free copy now. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there and see you next Monday.